Hello everybody, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. Today I thought I'd do a quick video on how I look after my hoses and how I don't get tangles anymore. It was a revelation. I was taught how to manage hoses when I worked at a second job, a retail plant nursery, instead of just a wholesale native plant unit nursery, many years ago, and it has served me well. So this is the hose that was here when we got here. It's quite old, and it was probably a good hose once, but it's quite stiff, very hard to get it around a corner at all. It kinks a lot. The poor old fitting at the tap end has definitely seen better days. Just a plastic one, as you usually get, and of course nothing on the end. I was supposed to have a spray trigger nozzle on the end of hoses in Melbourne, which started as something they tried to get us to do en masse during the big drought that we had for about 10 years, which makes sense, so we're not wasting water. This is what I do with my hose reels. Well, I don't use a hose reel. Just doesn't seem to work for me. I'm always fighting with the thing. So this is what they taught me in the plant nursery. Obviously they have longer hoses like I did in my Rocky Tropics gardening property, which is my other YouTube channel, which I had going for a couple of years out of the 4 years that we lived there. Anyway, some shameless advertising there. So how I do this, the important part is where you start. So you have to start at this end. I tried to do it from scratch for the video, but I don't currently have a tripod that'll work, so I couldn't do it one hand, so I'll just show you what I have done. So you start at this end and you make a circle. Circle, oval, doesn't matter, just something that's roundish. And then you keep building it up around and around, all in the same direction, until you get to this end. And each time you take off to do your watering, or whatever you're going to do with your hose, it will just follow you with 0 tangles, because it's coming off the top. That's the important thing. Start at the bottom, at the hose end where the tap is, and go round and round, and always, always, always hang up your hose, because you can get bacteria and fungal things, all sorts of nasties on the tip of your hose, and then the next time you go to water your garden, you'll be putting that extra nastiness from the dirt or wherever you leave it onto your new little plants or something that might be a bit fragile. So keep your hose off the ground and you'll be ready to go. So the other thing that I always do is I relieve the pressure in the hose before I try to pack it up each time. So each time you turn the hose off, I'll just put some pressure in there to show you. So that's turned on, so the water will be filling the hose. So there you go. So you pack up the hose and then you turn the tap off. But the important thing to do is to relieve the pressure in the hose, as I said. So just leave the tap off and just let the extra water go. So that's not all the water in the hose, but it's just some. I usually have a plant lined up where I could do that and save the water because it goes on a plant. So that way your hose is much more relaxed, and then you can easily put it in a circle or an oval, however you're going to do it. And yeah, it'll go much more smoothly for you. If you're wondering what sort of a hose this is, it's a Nylex, one that's supposedly anti-kink. I've only used it for a day, so I don't really know yet how good it is. It does kink, but it unkinks very quickly. Said it had a kink rating of 10. I don't know if they made that up. Sorry, Nylex, if you're listening, probably not. Is it 10 out of 10? Is it 10 out of 100? It doesn't really seem to explain. But anyway, in the past, Nylex has been a good brand, so hubby said, why don't you get a new hose and start well? So that's fantastic, and he also encouraged me to get brass fittings. So I don't have any affiliation with these people. I don't have any affiliations with anyone, but you know, if you want to affiliate, let me know. This is a Holman brand fitting. and because I've let the pressure go, it's not going to spurt water everywhere. So it still has a bit of plastic in the centre there, but it just feels at quality. Anyway, so far so good with a day's use. And so you've got, that's Holman, and this is a Pope brand. I have used Pope triggers before. This is not quite a trigger, but yeah, it has a spray setting and a jet setting, and you just have to turn the thing. So we'll see over time how well this goes, but I'm guessing it'll last a whole lot longer than my plastic things. So hopefully that's been helpful for you. And yeah, consider a new hose. It's not that big of an investment, even if you don't go with brass fittings. If you just go with plastic, they still last years. And yeah, just get a hose as long as you need it and look after it. Keep it in the shade as much as you can. And happy gardening. I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. See you next time.